Hello everybody and welcome back to Rock Valley in Cities Skylines. We are currently over by the airport. I just made a little bit of a change in between episodes. So originally we had a bridge going across here, but I did notice that the cargo ship heading over to the cargo harbour would just smash through the middle of it. So I have adjusted the line to avoid the bridge, but then I also just decided, I'll just put it in a tunnel, which I have just noticed that I haven't done the height settings between there and there. Just make it a little bit more gradual, and it still looks fine like that. It raises up a bit in the middle, but I'm not too concerned about that because the ships will just go straight over. I also noticed as it was going through that it still just kind of... The ships seem to go like tail out when they're going around a corner. So it was kind of getting really close to the land, which was a bit concerning. Over here, I haven't actually checked if it manages the corner very well. So next time one comes in, we'll try and sort of catch it in the act. Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on that. So it comes in from this way. There's none coming in yet. I'm not in a rush to keep an eye out. I also expanded... So it's out of bounds, but I expanded the line to go over to here because I had an idea of putting in another cargo hub, harbour hub thing over here, and having just a direct highway connection for it. Now, I said in the last episode that I'd picked out an island for some more industrial, which was originally going to be over here, but then I realised that it's just actually a massive piece of land, and I don't want... Like, this is all industrial, but I didn't want these guys looking over onto it, just because I thought looking straight over onto an industrial estate might not be the nicest. I know these guys are, but I'm not too concerned, because it's more like lower density stuff. So I've changed my mind, and it's actually going to go on here. Which for some reason it has a really sad face. So I'm not sure it's too happy about being turned into an industrial zone. So I'm just going to time-lapse this in. I'm going to put in a new highway connection to link up this face into the rest of the city. We'll add in a cargo harbour, which will either go here or it will go here, because there is also another ship connection that comes through here. I might try and... This one will have a cargo airport at some point, but I might put it somewhere off to the side, so this might just have a single runway and then a cargo airport here. I'm going to paint that in, actually, because then I will remember to do it. Oop. Oh, okay, that's why I can't paint it in, because I need to expand the network. So I'll buy the one that has... We have the 81 tiles mod, so I can purchase all the ones I need. And that one as well. So that encapsulates the entire island, minus this little tiny bit at the end. And then we will paint in a cargo airport area. Yeah, I'll add in a cargo airport train station and link it up into the rail network. It will just join on to the existing network. And we will go over here and we're going to time-lapse in just a junction, building in the initial area. And I'm going to put a new, what's it called? New water treatment and water pumping stations in. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on and I will get back to you when I am done. So enjoy the time lapse. Welcome back after the time lapse. Bit of a lengthy one, probably not for you, more so for me. So I've just spent the last probably couple of hours in real time adding in all of the roads. We added in 2 highway connections, one at each side of the new, what will be our industrial island that I have now filled in. It's all got, so it's got the main roads going throughout the areas, then smaller roads on the outskirts of it, like feeding it onto the main through routes. We have the service and cargo centered hub. So we have 2 cargo hubs. The idea of this is that so trucks can drop off at a central cargo train terminal. It's probably not going to work like this, but they can drop off at a central cargo terminal that will come by rail to the cargo hub and either leave the city by boat, ship, or it can actually go into the city by ship over to here. Same for this one. So as ships come in, it will go in and to the relevant station that it needs to go to. The secondary one was added mainly because it looked better, but also because I wanted it to operate as a separate rail network. So I want to keep this hub on the left hand side will be basically to service this island, and this one will be for our internal rail network, cargo network. So that one will link up into the rest of the city. This is the only one that will be able to link up to the rest of the city via ship, because I can't really control whether it does or not. Also, while building in the area, I thought to myself, this is a hell of an area. It's absolutely massive. And I don't want all of it to be cargo because it will just cause a huge traffic problem. So that is why I have initially started the area with offices, because it just made more sense to have some industry as offices rather than just everything as standard industrial zones. I am going to split the area up into different subtypes. So we'll have generic industry. We might even have, oh, I don't know actually. I mean, it'll all probably be industry. I might do different subtypes of sort of offices, maybe. Don't know. I'm just, oh god, what's going on? Right, 2 seconds. There we go. Yeah, the Render It mod had reverted back to its default settings, so I just adjusted it. And completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, I realised that the size of the area was way too big. I was debating adding in sort of like residential high density area instead of the offices, or maybe like mixing this area into residential and offices. Ultimately chose just to go with offices, and I'm just going to add in a few spots up here to hopefully bridge the power gap over to the cargo station, like so. I'll just add them in, and I will also plumb the cargo station in, not as neatly as the rest of the city. Okay, so yeah, that's where we're up to. I did level a lot of the area, so it was quite uneven, but I just used the smooth tool and brought a lot of it to sort of a similar level. However, I did keep the mountain over here, so when we do eventually open up to a cargo airport, it's probably going to go up this way, have the runway run straight up here. I'll put in some keys to square it off like we have done with the city airport, and we'll run tunnels or bridges. So we'll probably have a bridge come across here and tunnel through just to give access to from multiple points to hopefully spread the traffic. And that will feed in then to our cargo airport. Got some residential demand, so I'm just going to fill in some more residential over here. there we go. I'm also going to turn this into office. I'm having a bit of a revelationary thought about what I've just said about the new industrial island, which was I was putting in offices instead of doing a mix of like residential into the area. I think I'm going to change it, and I think we're going to mix in some residential. Purely for the reason of, if we have people living here, they haven't got to drive or commute over here to get into the industrial area for work. And I think it's going to be a good idea. I'm going to put a couple of cubes of residential in. Obviously, I'll add it into commercial as well, because they will want somewhere to go shopping, and I don't, again, if I can self-contain it into one area, then why the hell not? Yeah, I'd rather offices be mixed in with residential as well, because, you know, offices don't generate too much noise pollution. They're usually a good sort of bordering type of zone to have between a highway and actual residential. So we'll leave that do its thing. Zoom all the way back over here. Okay, welcome back. I've just been doing some stuff off camera. So I've just allowed intercity trains into the leisure and tourism train station here. I've added in the intercity bus hub. And I've also dragged in two of the... they're switched off. So two of the lines that we already had running. So we had the one that runs in this area. I've brought that one in. And the one that runs to and from the airport, I have also brought into here. Get rid of that. Then I've also just added in some more zoning over here. Just letting it build in. And the same over here. So I've gone around, replaced just the centre of the office space with residential. Spotted a random little cube of office. And then basically done a bit of a simple outline of what this area will be. So all around the edge will be offices, and then the interior will be residential. Just zoned this in just to see if it'd build in, but it's not, because for some reason the demand won't recognize that it's there. And that's it for now. I've just had a quick look at traffic. Traffic's actually doing pretty well at the minute. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab out some of the unique buildings. So we'll turn that off. Preferably stuff like this. Yeah, just kind of build out the skyline over here a little bit. Okay, I've just gone through and just added a few things off camera. So I've gone through, I've added in the gherkin into the financial area. I know it says it's commercial skyscraper, but it is actually financial. It's actually a financial building. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, it says that it's a part of the financial district in London, which it is. We've also added in the ride tower and the transport tower over here, just to kind of build in a bit more, again, of a skyline. I was going to add in this one, the CITIC Tower 2022, until I realised the actual size of it. So compared to the IT cluster, it's a bit outlandish for the area. I don't have anything else that even comes close to the height. So I might need to download a few more sort of similarly high buildings. Then over here, you might be able to see it already. I've added in the observation tower into the leisure and tourism area because everything's going abandoned. There aren't enough customers. And yeah, That's where we're up to. So over here, I've been building in the new zoning. So we have offices around the edge, along the main road, and then over here we're also going to have offices around the edge, and then fill the centre out with residential to hopefully allow them to work in this area to keep it kind of contained. So while we have some demand, I'm just going to go ahead and add in some more zoning over here. And yeah, that's pretty much this area almost done. I've just got the tram lines to add in, which will come eventually. But traffic isn't too bad. I've had a quick look. Oh. Okay. So, it's really paranoid. There's trees in the middle of the roads everywhere. Yeah, as this sort of builds in more and more, I will add in the trams. At the minute, traffic is currently sat at 83%. Oh, dear God. Okay, might need to reduce the amount of trams on lines. Line details. There we go. Yes, that is hugely overkill. So we're going to go down to 6. And should hopefully prevent build-up of traffic. You shouldn't be in that lane, so those traffic restrictions aren't set. Yeah, traffic is, other than this area, actually doing quite well. So I believe when buildings like this are red, it's due to low or no access to any parking, which you can see I haven't actually got any parking around here. So that would make sense. That's some parking in there. So hopefully that means that this building turns green, which it hasn't. Maybe it's just not enough parking. I don't know. Anyway, just have a quick mooch about, see if there's any more traffic hotspots. Everywhere is green, which is marvellous. Okay, so I've just run the power network over to the main city and also the water pipes over to the main city, just so that it links up both networks, because obviously this is a total city number. And so I can accurately be able to tell what the sort of demand on the system is. And same with the water availability and sewage. Now, I did adjust you. You actually already have garbage. You must be driving over to the main city, I'm guessing. I'm picking up garbage from over there. So I think that is going... Oh my giddy aunt. It's not going to be it for this episode. I've still got trees. So I think that is the city pretty much done. Oh, another change I did. I made this back into two-way. And to be fair, the traffic has been absolutely fantastic since. It's all working fine. There's still trains coming in and out of the city. So yeah, that leaves us with a pretty decent looking city at the minute. I will continue the expansion around here and obviously onto the new island / continent, because it is the size of a continent for the industrial zone. I'm not going to draw in any more roads just yet, not until we have the demand to basically fill it. Yeah, we will keep working our way through. So yeah, we'll fill in along this road with commercial. Inside of this area where the zoo is will remain zoo. It's not going to have any zoning on the inside of it. I'm going to run a fence around the whole outside, the outside perimeter. I'm not going to add any side gates just because I don't really think it's that realistic. You generally, especially in the UK, you don't really get side entrances into places. There's one way in, one way out. That is us for now. We have a new intercity bus on its way in. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care and bye-bye.